My watch just told me to take a breath. That's what my heart rate's doing right now. Oh, well. Hey, y'all. I'm Taylor. I'm a therapist, and I love metal music. And I'm so freaking excited because today we're going to be reacting to an Of Virtue song. But before we get into that, I have to tell you about our support wall. What the heck is that? It's a place where anyone can share about how they're feeling, anything they're struggling with, and receive support. The best part about it is that you can do it right here in the comments on YouTube. Woohoo! So please, anytime I share anything or you feel something that you want support for, tag at HeartSupport in the comments, share what's going on, and we will provide you with encouragement. Okay, let's get into it. So, Of Virtue is truly one of my faves because they are the best dudes ever. Let me tell you, everyone from the band members to their manager, I am obsessed with this band because they truly care about their fans and they truly care about mental health and talk about it. They're just awesome. Okay, so we're going to react to their new song, True Colors. It's Of Virtue. Let's listen to it and talk about it. I'm so excited I haven't listened to it yet. Okay. In 3, in 2, in 1. So.
You're still the same. You poison this snake. Spitting venom every time you speak. Like a dark cloud breaking over it. All your lies they surface again. You'll never change. Forever in vain. Flying through your days. Every time you breathe. Watch just everything you love walks away. You've got the time for the long fight game. You try to take away all the things that you said to me. Make me feel so small. You try to make
This is so good.
all the ways that you hated me. Make me feel so low. Out of sight, out of mind. You took the best of me.
Oh, I like this a lot.
You tried to make me forget all the ways that you treated me. Like I was nothing. What did you think you gained? By hiding behind all the love you fake. Never change. When did you leave me to think? You'd always be there and you always loved me.
Dang. I forgot to move over. We can make the video bigger.
When you try to take away all the things that you said to me. You tried to make me forget all the ways that you hated me. You tried to take away all the things that you said to me. Made me feel so
This is a banger. My watch just told me to take a breath. That's what my heart rate's doing right now.
You have no spine. Watch as everything you love walks away. You take destroyed.
Go off, Tyler.
That was left in me. Take away all the things that you said to me. That you said to me. Make me forget all the ways that you hated me. That you hated me. Take away all the things that you
Oh, well. Okay. That freaking slapped. Slayed, slapped, whatever the kids are saying these days. It did it. I love it. That was so good. Okay. I mean, and like, clearly, I feel like I can relate to this song. I feel like anyone who has been in a relationship or a friendship and they thought it was one thing and the person ended up to be someone else can relate to this. So amazing. Okay, let's talk. Look at my KPF hoodie. We love KPF. You took the best of me, left me out high and dry. I really like this lyric because it's something that I hear a lot from people at the end of any kind of relationship, romantic or otherwise, that ends and they feel like they were the ones who gave more to the relationship than the other person. Like they were putting in a lot of themselves, a lot of effort. I like this line because although it feels true, it actually negates a really important truth that is also there, which is that you gave the best of you. You gave the best of you. Whether or not you did so under false pretenses or with a different outcome in mind matters, but it doesn't change the reality, which is that no one can take something from you that you won't give. Now, I say that acknowledging that there are abusive situations that is not the case, right? But in a unhealthy relationship that does not have abuse of any kind, it's important to acknowledge that you are giving willingly. And why I think that's so important is because it gives you back your agency that feels like it was taken from you. And when you have that, you can start to recognize where you gave and when this started and why you gave, and can help you the next time see. So instead of thinking you took the best of me, left me out high and dry, instead, I gave the best of me and I was left out high and dry. And that comes from a place of more power. And although it may feel hard to believe that, once you can actually grab onto that belief and internalize it as true, that you gave the best of you willingly, and start to recognize why you gave so much to a relationship that wasn't giving you so much in return, that is where real change and healthier relationships start to happen for you. Okay? Do you feel like someone took the best of you, or you gave the best of you to someone and didn't get the outcome that you were hoping for? Share in the comments below by tagging at HeartSupport, and we will encourage you. We will. I love you. Mwah. Woo! Okay. Ooh. Oh, ow. This song is like, if you're not thinking of somebody when you're listening to this song, you're probably the person being thought about. I don't know. Woo! Maybe not true, but why'd you lead me to think you'd always be there and you'd always love me? This is so heart-wrenching because it hits at trust. And it hits at two types of trust. One, the trust between two people. Like when you tell me something, I believe you. But maybe more importantly and more in fact impactful, the trust you have with yourself. Because when someone tells you that they will always love you and they will never leave, and you believe them, and then they do leave, the trust between the two of you is not the only thing that's broken. There's also trust within yourself, your ability to discern who is trustworthy. And that is the real problem. Okay, let me give you an analogy. Let's try to make this not too elaborate. Let's say you're taking a test and you studied based off of your friend's flashcards, right? And you're taking this test, your friend made flashcards, you studied off them, you have a multiple choice answer, and you circle the answer you think it is, but then you remember something on your friend's flashcard made it seem like it was the other one. So you erase yours and you go to that one. And then you get the test back, and the test was like, no, actually the original answer that you thought was the right answer, and the answer on your friend's flashcard was wrong. You're probably not going to study with that friend anymore. You're like, okay, maybe I'll make my own flashcards. What's more frustrating is you're like, shoot, I should have trusted myself, right? That's in a positive way. You're like, oh, I can actually trust myself, that I actually know more than I think. But in the opposite way, it can be the same too, where you feel like, oh, wait, actually, I can't trust myself. And that is the thing that can feel so challenging to rebuild. Like, yes, there is so much anger towards this person for telling you something, but the anger that often goes unaddressed and is the anger at yourself, is the feeling towards yourself for trusting someone that actually in the end proved to be untrustworthy or proved to not be a person of their word. That's something that I think often gets overlooked. And I often encourage my clients to think about. And we work on rebuilding trust within ourselves because that's the most important. The truth is that people will let us down sometimes. Good people will let us down. People we love and people who love us will let us down. And we have to be able to recover from that without letting it shake the ability to trust ourselves. Do you feel like you struggle to trust yourself? Do you feel like the trust broken between two people made it hard for you to feel like you could trust you? Tag at HeartSupport in the comments and share. I'll encourage you. There will come a time that I may forgive you, but today is not that day. We receive a lot of messaging around forgiveness and how you have to forgive. And what I've found is that true forgiveness can usually only come when the person is ready. And forced forgiveness doesn't have the same benefits that true forgiveness does. And in fact, when you fake forgive someone, when you say that you forgive them, but it was forced, you feel like you have to, or you feel like you need to say that you have, you don't actually feel it, you often then just stop the processing. Fake forgiveness like creates a wall that stops you from processing all the way through, because along the path to real forgiveness comes a couple of things. It comes making meaning out of the situation, comes using and finding the silver lining. And usually there's some amount of gratitude for what happened that, and even if not gratitude, a purpose, finding of purpose in what happened that leads to true forgiveness. But if you fake forgive, then you kind of block. It's like the road stops. It's like this, you guys. I don't know if you can relate to this, but anytime I go to the airport, I have to look at every single restaurant that is in the vicinity of my gate before I decide what I'm going to eat. Because my fear is that I will pick the first restaurant that's there, and that restaurant might be like a Taco Bell. But if I kept going a little bit, there might be like a Shake Shack or an In-N-Out. But if I stop at the Taco Bell, I miss out on what's next, right? So like fake forgiveness might be good. Like it might look good. It might be okay. It might help us get closure. It might help us move on in some way, but it prevents us from getting to the Shake Shack, which is where we're actually able to forgive. We're actually able to let go. And not only are we able to forgive, which is not only a gift for the other person, but a gift for us, but we're able to find purpose in the situation. So I am a firm believer that you don't have to forgive until you're ready. And if you're not ready to forgive, there's probably more for you to learn from the situation. And that's okay. Time and processing will help you learn it. But if you're not ready, there may be some other medicine that you just haven't found yet. If you just wait and you just hang on a little longer, there might be an In-N-Out at the end of the gate. Just saying. Okay. Do you feel like you have to forgive someone that you're not ready to forgive? Share in the comments by tagging at HeartSupport and we will encourage you. Okay, I love you guys. I was feeling a little silly tonight, so I hope it's okay. But I also really love a virtue, and I want you to just love on them because they're amazing. But I also want you to share anything that you're going through in the comments by tagging at HeartSupport, and we will encourage you. Okay, I love you. Bye.